Welcome back, everybody. I am conducting a challenge. Now, this challenge is called the No Units Challenge. So I set myself a challenge, and I'm playing as Ottoman because it makes sense. There's a couple of reasons I'm doing this, but I set out a challenge. Okay, I thought to myself, what could be fun? I was kind of thinking to myself, I was a little bit bored one day, so I opened up Age of Empires 3, and I thought, what can I do to just keep things a bit interesting? So I thought, I was scrolling through and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to make a challenge to see if I can actually win. Right now, I'm about 1930 elo, 1920 elo. So not far off, about 80 to 60 elo off 2K right now. So pretty high. And we're playing this U, who's been on the channel, I think, before a few times. He's a standard, good, solid Brit player, probably 17 to 1800 elo. So he's a good player, and he plays pretty much only Brits. So I set myself a challenge. Can I win a game on Age of Empires 3 making no units? Well, Karim has done it before. I have seen Karim do it before, so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to see if I can implant that AI mind, that GPU of his, and see if I can connect with my inner AI to see if I can win a game without making a single unit. So we'll come onto the decks and talk about the strategy again. So what I am allowed to do, so I am allowed to, because of course you physically need military to win a game, like unless you're gonna defeat your opponent via forts and towers and just infinite town centers, which is pretty much impossible. But so I am allowed to send shipments, military shipments. I'm allowed to send military shipments. And so I'm allowed to send any shipment, like I would a normal game. I'm allowed to send shipments which contain military. I'm allowed to send Minutemen. And I'm essentially allowed to send any tech. Okay? So techs are not the same. So basically the rules are I'm not allowed to make a barracks, stable, or artillery foundry, or anything else like a saloon that physically produces units. I'm only allowed to send shipments of them and techs that come from shipments, okay? Because that'll be important. So can we do this in a real Age of Empires 3 ranked game? Well, let's find out. So we're going up against you, like I said before. He's actually going for a GMT build. And I remember playing the game. I didn't realize he was going for a GMT build until about, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 minutes of the game. And I thought, oh, wow, he's actually got TPs. And then I looked at his deck at about 5 minutes and saw that he was going for a GMT build. But he does GMT build different to me. He does obviously have the Glorious Revolution, but he does this as kind of like a boom build. So he goes GMT early to get the double TP. You can see there he's also somehow got a market involved there as well. And he's got hunting dogs as well. I presume that's through through treasures that he got. But he's also going for Virginia Company. So he's doing this GMT build as a boom build instead of a kind of an oppressive fast fortress, fast industrial build like I would use it for. So, and I think there's something to GMT about this. Definitely something cool about this to GMT. I still believe that the normal bot Brit build is just so strong. And I think it's one of the strongest builds in the game. That's why I think Brits are an S-tier civilization. One of the best civs, top 3 civs in the game. So yeah, really unique build here by him. He ages up late. So you know, I guess he might have chopped actually for the market. So he is aging up late, but because he's got 2 TPs, obviously that's going to negate much of the time of him aging up late. I think Brits can sort of age up around now on a good day. 4 to 4.5 minutes. Maybe a bit earlier than that. So you can see how fast he's aging up here. So cool deck. Pretty normal in ages 2, 3, and 4, but age 1, very, very different. And Virginia Company is going to make manor houses cost 90 wood now. So very, very cool. Very good boom. And look, he's already sent 2 shipments, but he's got a third one ready to go. Let's go have a look at Leos Klein, baby. That is a.k.a. Lionheart, L. Lionheart. So we're having a little bit of a scrap here with the Explorers. I do have a mosque, so I'm going to get a Mabur out. And yeah, that's going to be a kill. Fun stuff going to happen with the Mabur. You'll see. It turns into a bullying session. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So you can see here what I'm doing. Pretty standard stuff. You can see my deck. It is called Egypt Land. I am trying some stuff with Egypt, which hopefully I will get some content out at some point. But it's got to be a water map, so I don't want to give it away too much. So you can see here, pretty normal deck. I do have that Infinite 9 Janissaries for a reason. Infinite cards, any cards are allowed. You can see I've got Palace Intrigue and Moss Constructions. But yeah, going for a standard Fast Fortress, I aged up with 500 food. I always like, when I do the Fast Fortress, I always like doing this and the capitalism build, because it's, even if you get rushed, it's near on impossible to deny me being able to send Spahi, thanks to that 500 wood. Very, very tough in order to stop me physically being able to send Spahi. So that's the reason I like to do it. I can even sell wood and buy food. If there was like the most grotesque rush, I would still be able to get my Spahi out. I'm aging up with the Scout, which is going to be the Delhi. He goes for like a... He starts making Hussars at some point. Stagecoach coming in. Yeah, so there's a stable. Is that his only stable? Yeah, it looks like it. So he puts a stable down. Very late play by him to get some military. But, you know, he's really... Still traps is in. He doesn't have that many mana. He's got 11 manor houses, or he's getting 11. So 700 wood into 4 villagers. I think 600 wood is way better. If you've gone for Virginian Company, 600 wood is just way better, isn't it? You know, like 600 wood is just way better, because that's going to give you at least 6 manor houses, plus the 60 wood. If you chop 30 wood, 600 wood will give you 7 manors. That's 7 villagers. With Virginia Company, that is these 2 shipments are basically 7 villagers each. That's put those 2 together. That's 14 villagers with Virginia Company. Insane. Insane. He's also now going for... So he's gone for a very greedy build here. He's gone for a very, very greedy build. Yeah, 5 Hussars are out at 7.5 minutes. I have aged up, and my 4 Delhi are out. You can see there, he does have Buck the Tame Wolf. And I saw instantly he was going to revive his Explorer there. I just double-checked to make sure it didn't get revived there, and then ran back. He's chasing me now with 5 Hussars. So again, you know, I've got an age-up military. I'm allowed to age up with military, of course. Otherwise, my age-ups would be very limited. It'd have to be like the fast age-up into like a hot air balloon or something like that. It would be pretty difficult. So I do have the Spahi ready to go just in case I need to. You can see here, my Mabur was hanging around down here somewhere. And I managed to, like, walk up with it in stealth so it didn't see me. And then I kind of blocked off the Explorer and got a second kill. So we have a silver promotion Mabur with 206. And somehow it's running away. It's actually escaping the Hussars there. So I put it in stealth now. And his Hussars just gave up. So that was pretty funny. So H4 is already in. I haven't felt like I needed to send my Spahi straight away, but I do make sure I have enough food just in case. So my Mabur is going to be just stealthily walking around. Crazy how a stealth Mabur is faster, still faster than most infantry. That's crazy, right? And I'm just going to camp it right next to his dead Explorer. Because even if it gets revived, the moment it gets revived, I unstealth and get an instant hit. So it doesn't matter what he's got there. I'm pretty much guaranteed to get another kill. So you can see here, I am aging up. Minutemen are being forced here. I know I'm going to lose this fight. So, again, I'm allowed to send Minutemen. I'm allowed to revive my Explorer as well if I need to. Through the TC, reviving it. So I send Minutemen here. I know I'm still going to lose this fight, but I'm just trying to do enough damage in order to kind of stop this Hussar mass being such a scary kind of raid. And I know I'm aging up with the Grand Vizier. So he's forced me to age up with the Grand Vizier. But, you know, that's good for me because in a no military challenge, like I'm gonna need as much military from other sources as possible. So aging up with the Grand Vizier makes perfect sense. I'm just being a right stalker here. That's exactly what I do to Revnak's mum. I literally hide behind her door in like a turban, and I'm like stealthing behind the door so she can't see me, and I'm just staring at her as she sleeps. And when she wakes up, I'm like, come here, girl. Come here, girl. Boom. You ain't getting that treasure. You ain't getting the snacks from the fridge, baby. Oh, you are the snack. You are the snack. Come here. And boom. And now I've got a golden boner. Sorry, promotion. Beautiful. And my bird with 360 HP. Like, this is how insane Otto are. Like, not only do they get the best skirm in the game, Abbas guns, not only do they get the best artillery in the game, and by the way, I unstealthed here to siege that because I wanted to bait the Hussars. I know the Hussars were looking for me, so this was actually genius play by me. I baited the Hussars to chase after the Mabur just so I could connect with my Spahi. And that Mabur, 360 HP it just tanked for me. It got 3 Explorer kills, which is over 150 XP. It just tanked 360 HP for me in this big fight, and it baited the fight, so all of his Hussars die. That's how you use a Mabur, baby. God damn, I'm a genius. Guarding the snacks. Revnak mum is the snack. The scores are pretty close. I actually go up in score there. So my first 2 shipments are my factories. I'm now going for Moss Construction because in order to win without making units, I know I'm going to I'm going to need the Moss Construction stuff. Now, honestly, I'm not joking when I say this. Let's go look over back at him. So I'm going to be on 25 villagers. He's on 50, and he's sending the 8 settler shipment here. So he's just aged up. With the bishop, and his eco is that good. He's got double TP stagecoach now and 58 villagers. He's max manners. He goes straight into industrial, and again, he's now got 2 native trade posts as well. So look how fast his age up is here. This is a really cool, unique build by this guy, and I really like to see it. He's getting things like Tar Kilns, Golden Liberty for cheaper units, which that's basically an eco card. That's a military tech. So he's playing this really nice and really uniquely as well. He's got his own cool, unique build here. Look at this infrastructure. This is Sim City, baby. So finally, his Explorer gets revived. His Explorer is finally allowed to play at 13 minutes of the game. I'm a little bit scared, I'm not going to lie, because I know his eco is going to be pretty insane right now because I've just allowed him to boom. He ages up with a fort in the middle of the map. I think that's the logistician build. And now he's got 2 good native techs. Like, he's on 3 TCs as well. 59 villagers. He's getting culverins. I am a little bit worried. But what I decided to do, when I got into industrial, I was thinking, right, how am I going to do this without making any military units? I was like, right, okay. I know Moss Construction and the Palace Intrigue techs are going to be super important here. But I just thought, well, what else am I going to be able to spend my resources on? I thought, he doesn't know, like, he's going to think, right, when you're Brits in this situation, right, he's seen my Spahi, right, he sees my deck and he sees these things in him. He has the fear of God in him, the Ottoman Turkish God. He has Allah. He has the fear of Allah. This man has the fear of Allah in him, okay, the fear of Allah and Muhammad. Okay, this man has the fear of him because he has no idea what I'm going to be making. Okay, he's thinking I'm going to be pushing in with the Nizam, the 5 Bombard, and the Kapakulu Corps Spahi. Okay, this is what he thinks I'm doing. So he's playing defensive, aging up with the fort, building up his military mass, making goons and culverins in an attempt to try to negate that push, okay? So he's not being aggressive right now. And I kind of knew this, and I knew I had that advantage, but I didn't know how long I had, okay? I don't know how long I've got. So I just kind of gamble it and risk it all, okay? So as you can see here, I'm only on a measly 31 villagers, but I have both my factories, which are producing bombards. So again, I'm not making a military unit, okay? Factories are allowed to produce heavy cannons, great bombards, Okay. I'm just, like I said, I'm not allowed to make a barracks, stable, or artillery foundry. I physically can't make a unit with my resources. That includes a saloon as well. So no saloon, artillery foundry, stable, or barracks. So in comes Pally's intrigue now. And I'm thinking, if he does push in, I've got a contingency plan, because if he does push in, I've still got those bombards. And I can make, right now, I can make the 3 bombards and the Spahi techs. So I have them ready to go if he does push in. So I know I'm kind of still a little bit safe for a few more minutes. And even if I'm not, I've still got that ability to defend myself. So as you can see, I'm being one cocky little twat. And I'm going for Imperial. I thought to my brain, what do I do? And you know what? I turned my fucking brain off, just like Karim. He embraced his inner AI. He embraced the inner Terminator, Skynet. So that's what I did. I turned my brain off. I turned my brain off. And I just went, nah, all right, we'll just go for Imperial. Why not? So he's got his Highlanders out as well, which is really nice if I do push in, just in case there's those Spahi to worry about. He does bring his Explorer forward here, I think, just as a way of kind of trying to scout what I'm doing. And I'm having to buy wood here and constantly do this to make sure I just have enough population just for my bombards. So as you can see, getting another house for that extra bombard. And I've now got 6 great bombards. I've still got those Grand Vizier Spahi. And I've still got a handful of Minutemen as well. So in comes Imperial at 17 minutes. I click Imperial at 17 minutes with Otto. It could have been way quicker if I decided to put my factories on resources. But obviously, I want army. I need army because I can't make army, so I'm going to need it somehow. Okay, and now I start rushing to ensure I've got the resources for all of my church techs. Okay, all of my mosque checks. So I'm aging up with the general, which is the 2 bombards. Again, I need army, so I'm using an age up to produce army. He's got both his factories out now. You can see here, both of them are down here, and he's making rockets, which is always good. I always say, always make sure that you produce rockets, heavy rockets, sorry, heavy bombards, whatever, great bombards, whatever, heavy cannons. It's probably the most efficient thing to make from your factory. He's up. You can see this is not going well for me. This is not going well for me. Probably the worst Civ to do this against, because of course he's basically max villagers right now. He's getting all his arsenal tech. He has spice trade as well, so he's just gobbling up all the food on the map. Look, his villagers are gathering at 1.26 with a good yield here as well. So it's just not going well for me. Oh dear, and he's got lots of native techs. He can do the balance of powers, but Imperial comes in for me, and he sees that, and he makes a beeline for me. He makes a beeline for me. You can see here, something clever I did was I sent in 2 bombards here, which is being sent. I sent that before I aged up, because it means I get to send it again. So, big brain move by me. Because when you go into Imperial, you can send all of your military shipments again, or most of them. So, he's not having a good time. This first push of his is not going too well. See, they've got another 2 bombards on the way. More Minutemen coming in, and there comes the 2 bombards. Didn't mean to ship them there, but I thought, fuck it. Okay, whatever. I've currently got 13 bombards. So yeah, this first fight was pretty interesting. I don't have any benefits from being in Imperial just yet, apart from any shadow teching unit, such as Spahi. So Spahi being Imperial is actually massive. You can see there, 1350. They almost have the same HP as a Mameluke. That is insane. And obviously because I sent the Captain Kulu Corps, they have 10% melee resist and 20% ranges. So the absolute tank of a unit that deals insane damage with 63 attack with 3 area of effect. Absolutely insane. My Kebab Man, aka Revnak, has 1000 HP. So I am getting 10 bombards, delete some goons. So I'm resending 2 great bombards again. So sent that twice now. Like I said, you get to send it again when you're in Imperial. So I'm now up to 12, 13 bombards with a 14th one almost here. So yeah, pretty scary stuff, right? Like, how do you beat this? How do you beat this many great bombards? I'm on 39 vills. Of course, he is on 99 bills with double TPCH goes, so, and Spice Trade, and other benefits that he's got going on for himself right now. He should actually use Balance of Powers here. Hopefully he does. He does have a rank 3 Order of Azar as well, so that's really good. So now it's buildings trickle 30% faster, and villagers gather 75% faster. So, yeah, hopefully he does the equalizing balance, because that would give him, like, 1,000 of each resource rather than too much food. But, of course, his remaster is going to be pretty nice. He's starting to make Hussars now. He knows I'm making a lot of bombards. Again, can't really do much. He did take down my mosque, so I think I rebuilt it over here. So I'm just trying to get enough wood right now for the Nizams, because I think that's all that I can send. I don't know if I sent the other ones, but yeah, anyways. So I know I'm reaching my peak right now because I do. The good thing about going Imperial though is I can resend all of these military shipments. So I'm currently on 15 great bombards, and now I have Imperial Nizams. Look at the stats on these things, absolute filthy. 16 great bombards, Imperial Nizams, Imperial Spahi. Yeah, this is insanity. Absolute insanity. My Imperial hero. Let's go. Now I start to push. Can he beat this? This is an insane amount of population. It's like 140 military pop right now. I am still down in score, though. Lipkar Tartars have been sent. That's the tech that increases their rate of fire or range. I think it is range. So there goes the fort very down very quickly. He's diving in with some Hussars. He's got rockets behind this. Oh, look at the damage Great Bombards do. Absolutely crazy. Although those Hussars were causing a bit of a nuisance because it was narrowing my Great Bombards, which is not what you want. He's got a Culverin here as well. Yeah. Imperial Nizam pretty tough, and Imperial Spahi pretty tough. So finally my Great Bombards get up to scratch, and they get stuck in there. He did a pretty good job though, because he killed the Spahi and a lot of my Nizams. So I'm a little bit worried about my Bombards, half of them being very weak right now. But here comes, so when you send the Nizam tech, by the way, when you send the Nizams, it converts all of your Janissaries into Nizams. So you can see here I've got a 14 Nizam shipment. I've got now the infinite 9 Nizams. So that's going to be my main shipment that I'm going to be spending here. I'm now getting Imperial Bombards. He sent the free rocket shipment here. A little bit worried about that. I do put my Nizams into charge there, but there's only 6 of them. So they're going to go down pretty quickly. But I've got 11 Imperial Bombards now. HP buff. Damage. Absolute destruction. Big wave of Hussars coming in here. Are the great Imperial Bombards going to withstand Hussars? They are King's Life Hussars. So they are industrial versions. As you can see, they are pulling through here. So the Imperial tech came in at just the perfect time, two-shotting a rocket, but they are completely naked right now. Completely and utterly. I've got more reinforcements coming in here. Again, resending the 9 Nizams. I do see that rocket pop there, so I do turn around and fight it. Don't want them being too much of a nuisance. This was so much fun to play. I'm not gonna lie. I was bored, like I said, and so I came up with a challenge. And I was grinning the entire time. Win or lose, I was smiling my head off. You know, he is on max eco right now. I'm still struggling. I cannot make a single unit against a 99 Vil opponent. Gets a good crack shot there. Good stuff against one of the Nizams. It's 430 HP you killed there. It's a great way of using that Eye of the Assassin attack. Take one of the anti-cav units out of the way. I can only have a maximum of 20 of these at any one time. I think it's 20. I do scout the factory, so I'm going around to go and try and take it down. You can see that I do see where both the factories are. Again, I get another charged ability, the Carolean charge. These Nizams also get that ability. I don't think they get a speed boost, unlike Caroleans that get a speed buff. I don't get a speed boost. He's making some horse guns here. So if we look at my line of sight here, you can see somehow those horse guns, because they're so fast, they just dodge 2 great bombard shots, which is kind of crazy. You can see here, I'm on 59 villagers, but I don't really want villagers because villagers don't give me anything. See there, I shot 1, 1, 1, and then bang, straight onto the factory. So again, I've got enough food to get the 6 Sparhy. So I can resend that card as well. I don't think I did send it though before I aged up to Imperial. But I'm doing a good job here. I've taken down 1 factory. He's up 10k score. He is up 10k score. I can only make one I can only produce 1 unit, which is the Great Bombards. Other than that, it's just shipments, different shipments. You see that I'm going for the 2nd factory. He's being cheeky by here. Look, whilst this is all going on, he's going for some artillery spamming here. Really smart play by this guy. You know what that means. You know what he's going to try and do. More Imperial Sparhy coming in. Bang. I'm taking down the 2nd factory. I'm feeling much, much better. There's no more rockets from him now. So I've sent all of the text from the church. Now sending in 5 Sparhy. It's just never-ending Sparhy. You can see there, he's switching up his strategy now. He catches a couple of Great Bombards by themselves. So that was really, really smart. You can see there, he's got 10 Petards. 10 Petards diving in. I don't know when I saw them, but I see them now. And I think these villagers scouted the artillery foundries for me, which was super lucky because it gave me just enough time to bring I think I bring these bombards back. Yeah. And you can see there, he's trying to get on top of those factories there. So I bring my Explorer back, try and snare the Petards. He double backs for some reason. And he's trying to kill my Sparhy over here, but Sparhy, of course, is going to clean that up. Get 1 more shot left. All the Spy blow it up, but it's not enough to save one of my factories. So one of my factories do go down there. So nice catch by him. My Sparhy survives. So I'm going to start chasing after those Vils. I bring all of my units back to the middle ground here. I'm on 70 villages now, by the way. 70 villages. And I still can't make any units. I've just got them on wood. I don't really know what to make. There's nothing... At this point of the game, villagers are useless. But I do think, maybe if I revolt... Maybe if I revolt, that's... Because, again, I'm not making a military unit. So revolts are allowed. If I all-in revolt here, that is allowed. Yeah, catch the big time there and catch a lot of villagers. See these artillery foundries and take them right down. None of that petard nonsense play. But he did a good job taking one of them down. I've only got 1 factory left now. And other than that, it's just shipments. But shipments are getting fewer and far between. I now have no more Spahi shipments. I do have a Mameluke shipment, which would be nice. But other than that, it's just Abbas guns or Nizams, and he calls GG. And I was actually about to revolt here, by the way. I was actually about to revolt. There you have it. I couldn't remember how early it was over or not. So there you have it. Challenge completed. Now, guys, do you want to know how OP this is? Right. Like I said, right, I got bored and wanted to do this challenge. I did not expect myself to do this first try, okay? But just to prove to you guys that this was first try, I'm going to get my I'm going to get this up, right? And I will show you guys. It was the last game I played on the 13th of January, which was yesterday from casting this game. You can see here, the game before it, I was USA, Spain. And these games are, I think, on stream, right? So the next time I play off stream is my first auto game back. So this was the first time I attempted to do the no military challenge. Can I win a game making no military? The answer is yes. If this doesn't prove how OP Otto are, then nothing will convince you guys. If you're not convinced that Otto is basically the most broken civ in the game, at the highest levels, it's still one of the strongest, but not quite the strongest. But it's still the easiest for your risk to reward ratio. But essentially across the entire board, Otto is the most broken civ in the game because of how easy, how broken units are, etc., etc. Devs, if you're watching, please nerf this civ in many aspects. They need so many nerfs. It's such a broken civilization. I just won a game against a decent player in the ranked ladder, making 0 military units. I didn't make a barracks, saloon, stable, or artillery foundry, and I won the game. And I got to imperial like 16, 17 minutes. Absolutely broken. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. Villager count. He was on 99 villagers. I was on 40. He had double my eco. All resources gathered, 83,000 to 38,000. He had more than double my eco. More than double my eco. But of course, great bombards go. Brrrr! Military unit pop. 144 military pop. Look at that fight there. Imperial great bombards, Imperial Spahi, Imperial Nizams. So broken, it's unbelievable. Hope you guys enjoyed this no military challenge from me. It was my first attempt. So broken. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next game. Peace.